Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ryal Thomas. The title of the show is Connecting the Dots. But before I actually get started with that particular topic, I want to just say this is a new year, and those of you all who have been affected by COVID-19, whether you're an individual or whether you're a business owner, I hope that this year brings about a lot of success, a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. We sure could use it. But without any further ado, I want to move on into this topic because there are a lot of things that I wish to talk about. A lot of times that, we take a look at ourselves and we look in the mirror and we see, certain hairstyle. We see the clothes that we have on. We see a certain size that we are. We see a certain color that we may happen to be. But I want to take this opportunity to say that there's a lot more there than just the outward appearance. It's a lot more involved, a lot more detailed about us as human beings. Sometimes we look at ourselves and we remind ourselves of other individuals that may happen to be in our family. We may talk like them, we may walk like them. In some incidents, we may even appear to look almost exactly like an uncle or aunt from years and years ago. Our grandparents may look at us and say, boy, young lady, you act just like your great aunt or your great uncle, and you've never even met them. But see, I'm talking about genes, the gene pool of the family, because we are the present conclusion of everything before us. We can inherit eye color. We can inherit so much that's in the gene pool of the family. But it's to my personal belief and opinion that we inherit a lot more than just things that we can see. I believe that we inherit memories. I believe that we inherit feelings. Have you ever been somewhere and you thought to yourself, man, I feel like I've been here before? Or have you ever realized that you had a certain talent that you never even knew that you had? Or have you done something and you felt like you have done this before? See, again, it's to my belief that we inherit more than just physical attributes. It's my belief that something may have come down the channel, something may have come down the channel to make us think a certain way, to make us do certain things a different way. I can recall one time I was working with a young lady, and she came in to work that day, and she said, Ryal, I was hand washing dishes, and it was a spot on this pan, and I didn't know how to remove it, and something just compelled me to go to the freezer and get some ice cubes. And I started to take these ice cubes and rub on the spot, and the spot vanished. It disappeared. It did the trick. I looked at her and she said, Ryal, what was that about? And I said, maybe you've done that before. Maybe you've done that maybe 50 years ago, maybe even 100 years ago. And right at that time, right at that particular time, something inside of you grasped that solution to the problem presently. See, because she said she had never done this before. She had no idea where this act had come from. So this starts me to think that what else lies within us? What else is in us other than what we see? What's stored in a memory, what's stored in our mind, what's passed down from mind to mind. That may sound a little strange, but when you think about it, life is strange. Life is strange. When we lie down at night and we start to dream, and we start to dream of individuals that we cannot even recognize, not even to mention the ones that we can recognize, but we start to dream about people that we don't even know who they are. We've never, in this present state, have seen these individuals before. But are these individuals of the past? Are these individuals that may have had some connection to us maybe 100 years ago, maybe 200 years ago? Because I can recall some of my dreams are just so way out there, and some of them are sensitive, and some of them are not so sensitive. Some of them are good, and some of them are not so good. And I wonder what is passed down, what is stored in us that we cannot see. Life is a mystery. Life is a big mystery. We're so caught up into getting up in the morning, putting our clothes on, making sure we are looking presentable to go out into the world. But do we actually know what's given us the strength? What's given us the energy? Who are we? Who are we inside of this body? There's a source, there's a spirit, there's a soul. Man, sometime I have problems, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there can relate to this. You go to bed with a problem and you solve it at night. You know, it's like we enter into a different world, a different part of us. See, in the midst of rest, there are things being worked on. There are things being worked out. See, when you're out there and it's the hustle and bustle of the world, everybody's moving, everybody's trying to get ahead, everybody's trying to do this, you do not take time to think, and especially not consciously think about what's driving me to do this. But in the midst, in the innocence of night, man, things come to you. There's a work that's going on inside of you that you don't even know about. You know, sometimes your grandparents would say to you, go ahead and lie down and you'll feel better in the morning. Is it because they know something? Is it because they have gone through this journey called life and got to the point where they have uncovered some of the mysteries of self-healing? Have they experienced some things that we have yet to experience? Like I've said in past shows, it's something about a grandmother's touch. She can just reach over and touch you in the midst of a problem that you may be going through, and just her touch alone will make you feel better. Is this a secret that they hold deep inside, and only time and wisdom reveals it? What is it? What is it that makes us lie down and enter into this dream world? Lie down and enter into this self-cleansing that we go through at night. Because see, the body is actually, in my belief, it's designed to survive. It's designed to heal itself. You know, when you cut yourself and all of a sudden here a scab forms over the sore. It's a healing process. See, I believe that the body is designed to heal itself. How far can we go with this? How far do we go with this? Do we just look at this as a coincidence? Or is there something going on a little bit deeper, than we understand? Self-healing. So when we lie down at night in another reality or another world or another energy force is present, do we just ignore that and say, oh, those were just dreams? See, I'm trying to connect the dots here. I believe it's more to life than just what we see. And if the Creator has given us life, it is up to us to make the best out of this gift. It is up to us to search and understand the meaning and the purpose of life. And if life was given to us out of love, then we must ask ourselves, where does all of this hate come from? Where? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Just earlier today, I was looking at a show, and it was a show over in Thailand. Man, they were showing beautiful sceneries that I've never seen before, of course. And when you look at these sceneries, man, the scenery was so beautiful, so profound. How can we not want to look for the beauty in life? And when I look around and I think about all this hate that's being displayed, now, please, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of love being displayed as well. But I look at this hate towards one another because of certain physical attributes. Why? How does that have anything to do with the longevity of all of us? How does that extend our life? I don't get it. Maybe someone can help me understand that, but I know that it's more to life than just looking at the material things that we have. It's more to life than just pointing the finger over there at somebody who may have made a mistake. And we all have made mistakes, whether it's publicly known or not. You know you've made a mistake in some way, shape, or form. It just hasn't been revealed. But the Creator didn't make a mistake. He created all of us. He's given all of us life. And what we do with it is entirely up to us. Nobody is jumping in the grave with you. No one. So regardless of what you do, how you feel, how you see things, when it's time to go, it's time to go. And nobody's saying, oh, Billy Bob, let me come and go with you. Or Mary Sue, I'm coming, here I come. Give me your hand. Let me step down there with you. So all of this stuff that's going on in the world today, in our community today, in the United States today, what does it actually mean in the end? We have a pandemic going on. We all should be trying to do our part and to eliminate this. We all should be doing this. We're fighting for survival. It's almost 500,000 people that have died. 500,000 people that have died. But maybe some of us don't care because it hasn't impacted our family or our loved ones. Well, the ones that are gone, they had family, they had loved ones. How do we look at our fellow man and see hunger present within them and not feel for them? So what really makes my hand move right now? Where is that coming from? What really makes the words come out of my mouth right now? And a lot of people will say, it's the Creator. Well, I believe that the Creator has given us life. But we create life for ourselves. We create our destiny. There's no luck in longevity. There's no pill that you can take. It's how you govern yourself through this journey called life. It's the things that you get involved in. It's the friends that you have that propels you to where you want to be in life. So the Creator has given us life. And we have to make that decision how to live it. We have to make that decision. That decision is not made for us. It is what it is. But we have been given a choice. So we look at things and we dissect it and we think to ourselves, should I go over here? Or should I get involved with this person? Or should I go to this event tonight? Or should I call her tonight? All of these decisions are putting you, are lining you up for the path that you are going to take, whether it's good or bad. We must understand that. I woke up this morning with a vision of, I don't know if it was male or female, if the person was black or white. And far as I'm concerned, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not into what color someone is or the size they are. I'm just not into all of that. I'm just into life. But this vision, this person, this, I take it human, was standing above the mountains, above everything, looking over the mountains at valleys. What makes that vision come? What gives you that vision? I had a gentleman walk up to me. I knew him from years ago, maybe 2 decades ago, I should say. Decades, of course. And he walked up to me and he said, man, I just had a dream about you. I didn't know this man that well, where we would have had such an impact on one another, where we would actually dream about one another. But what did I say to him 20 years ago, or what did I do with him 20 years ago to make him plant that thought or that feeling, that thought in his mind and that feeling in his spirit to bring me about in his dreams? This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to connect the dots because it's more to us than just what we see in the mirror. It's a lot more to us than what we see in the mirror. We take for granted walking down the street or walking to a store or getting behind the wheel of a car and driving. Do you understand the concentration that you have to have while driving? Making sure you make the right turns, making sure a dog is not running across the street, a child is not getting ready to cross the street, or this person in front of us is not getting ready to come over into our lane. Man, we are remarkable. We are remarkable. If we could tap into half or a third or a tenth of the power that we hold within ourselves, it'd be a lot of smiles on a lot of faces. I'm trying to connect these dots. And sometimes I run off a little bit. I don't go straight to the dot that I need to connect because my mind is going in so many different places. But I know that we have been given this life, which is a gift. And to sit back and to look at all the chaos and to look at the things that we don't even look at properly. Is it all about us, the individual? Is it all about us? What type of stage are we setting for the next generation? Because it's one coming. It's a generation that's coming up, that's tired of this mess. It's a generation that's coming up that's all about unity. It's all about bringing about love, bringing about peace. And when that time comes, and if we're fortunate enough to experience a little bit of the unity, a little bit of the peace, a little bit of the love, a little bit of the joy, we will only look back then and say, what in the hell were we thinking about back then? What were we doing? Because it's coming. Man, they have animals out there that's showing love to one another. Dogs and cats are playing together. Birds and cats are playing together. These animals that we thought were enemies are actually not enemies at all. They're just trying to survive. And we're supposed to be the civilized ones. And yet we make fun of each other because of the color of someone's skin or maybe a disability they may have. Man, I wonder what awaits. I wonder what awaits a spirit like that. I wonder what awaits a spirit like that. To believe that they are more than the next person when we all have to get in that coffin one day. I wonder what makes a person think that they're better than the next person. Is it because of wealth? Is it because of privilege? Well, I tell you what, tell that to the undertaker. Don't do that to me because I'm privileged or I have money. Man, connect the dots and try to understand why we are here and what we can do to bring about longevity. See, I'm also a believer that the more love you show, the longer you will live, because the spirit that lies within you feeds off of that. They feed off the beginning of life. They feed off love. And the more love you show, I believe it extends your life. Because if we were created out of love, that means that spirit is connected to love. And if you are weakening that spirit by giving it hate, exposing it to hate. That spirit becomes weak. That spirit does not survive in a normal fashion. If we're made out of love and you're showing love and you're giving love, that spirit becomes strong. It wants to survive. It needs to survive. The body is designed to heal itself. Anything like hate and anger, that's a foreign object to the spirit. That's a disease to the spirit. And then you don't know why you wake up sick sometime and nothing has influenced the sickness. Maybe it's something inside of us that has been weakened by your hate, by your anger. So let's try. Let's try to connect the dots and understand that there is a lot more to life than what we see in the mirror. Put a smile on your face. Put some love and joy in your heart. I get mad and I get angry sometimes too. But at the end of the day, I'm happy just to be happy. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time. This has been the Ryal Thomas Show. Have a beautiful evening. Thank you very much.